we are again. Hello guys, this is your boy Presidential Workouts coming at you guys with a brand new video. Let's make sure this thing's on. Looks like we're on, I think. Yes, we're on here. Good, goodness. So today we're going to be doing some bench pressing. Let me get this right. Yeah, that looks good. I'm going to talk with you guys how I've been over these past few. I've been very distracted actually. But it's time to start benching again. Time to really start getting moving, you know. So the last few days bench pressing. You know, just willing to do the most, you know. But I have been distracted for a few weeks. Just personal stuff I don't want to talk about, kind of, but it's a lot of stuff going on in my head, you know, about work and school and stuff. I mean, it's like, I feel like even a little bit is a lot, you know, when we're talking about school and stuff. You know, so let's get this moving. Let's hit some bench pressing. I think I'm gonna go really, ouch. Gonna go really heavy today. Maybe 190, 195 for a quick bench sesh. My mom tells me I gotta slow down, so I'm gonna try and do that today. I can slow down. Alright guys, tell me, how you guys doing? How you guys feeling? I've been on this new thing called betaine anhydrous. I'm not sure if you guys know what that is. It's an amino acid commonly found in protein and stuff. Alanine. There's another one. Beta-alanine, L-citrulline or something. I don't know. I forget, but make sure this is working okay. Yeah, this looks okay. Alright guys. Here we go. I'm gonna do some bench pressing, some arms. Mind if you wait for a minute, I'm gonna get my water bottle real quick. I'll be back soon. Alright. Water bottle obtained. Retained. Attained. All the tains. Whoop. Here we go here. Alright guys, let's get it moving. Whew. Let's go. I'm thinking 190 today. Alright, let's get it moving. I'm going to slap some 135. Hey. That's just a major bench press, guys. I hope you're excited. I'm excited too. I've been really benching hard. I hit a 180 the other day. I hit a 190 just yesterday. Let's see how this works. I'm so glad you guys could join me today on this wonderful day. We're swerving into the fall. You know. So, all right, here we go. I have to put on my hand straps, my wrist straps. Never forget that. I have my wrists hold up. You know what I'm saying? Alright, guys. Let's hit it. We'll hit that glorious 190. 190 action. Ugh. Alright, guys. We're going to 190 for one. Just let's stay very calm, stay very focused. Here we go, guys. Whew. Really, I'm not totally used to filming on camera right now, but we're gonna see how this works out in whole and totally. So stick with me. We're gonna have some arms later. Let's figure this shit out. Alright, guys, let's hit this 190. Let's see if it goes up easy, hard. We'll see. Come on. Woo! Perfect. That one, alright. Use this water here. That went up way easier than I expected. Maybe I should have done 205. 205, maybe I can do it tomorrow or something. Or in a few days, you know? I'm very lean right now. I'm a weight at 143 on the scale. I feel heavier than that, kind of. I feel like massive a little, but my weight is what it's at, so. You know what I'm saying? A lot happens, man. I had a class today. Instead of 2.5 hours, it was 45 minutes. I couldn't believe it. I was like, yes, I can bench press right now. Yeah, so. Let's make sure this is set on the right angle again. Yeah, it looks okay. Whew. Should I do 205? I don't know. It's not going to go up, obviously. So, no. But maybe another one of these 195s, 190s. You know? 190, here we go. I should have 195 maybe? I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. But for now, let's hit this bench. This is bench press. Here you go, guys. Let's hope I can get this up again. Come on! Come on! Come on! Woo. Perfect. That was great. Then I take off these 2.5s, and it's a 185. We're gonna do a major bench today, guys, alright? So just stick around. Let me talk to you guys about life and stuff. Let's get down and dirty. Let's get bench pressing. I like deadlifting still, but it's just so unbelievably fucking difficult to deadlift. Like, the whole motion of just picking up the weight, it's boss pretty much, but it's not really practical. I mean, when you actually need that kind of strength is like, just working the body, you know? Just how it looks and how it feels, you know? You don't need that kind of extra space in you, you know? You know what I'm saying? Took some betaine and Hydrus earlier today. Gonna have a protein shake. Let's see how this shit works, bros, sisters. Let's do some sets. Let's unwind. Let's relax. Let's just figure shit out today for tomorrow. I know I'm having it hard a little, you know, because I feel like I feel like I'm distracted, you know, from doing the things that I really need to do. But I get down to doing it anyway, which is painful, kind of, you know. I'm super excited for the fall. It's just like where I think I come alive, you know. Alright, guys. Here's a 185 shirt. Come on. Come on. Come on. That That did not go up easily. You go down some weight for that one. Here we are, guys. We go down to a solid 175 here. A whole 10 pounds earlier. A whole 10 pounds later. We're gonna see if that moves quicker or slower than what I need to do. What I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? So that was a 185 for one. And it didn't go up too easily, so I'm just gonna do a 175. Hey, 20, 40, 175, yeah. Alright, guys. Water is very important, guys. I don't have to pee after this. So 175, we're gonna hit this very slowly, very carefully. Make sure it doesn't land on the shoulders, you know what I'm saying? Once it lands on the shoulders, then you have a bad bench. You know, it's very like, you gotta be from the pelvis. Or the solar plexus, the sternum. Down and up, you know? I mean, how you go about doing that is up to you, you know? So I know some people who, or I used to, but I knew some people who would go down like here, and then quickly back up, you know? I'm much slower. I go down really slowly, and then I hit it back up. So that's what it is for me, I guess. Alright, guys. 175. Let's hit this puppy. Come on. Yeah. That was not easy. But I did it again because I have faith in my form and my stuff and stuff. Yeah. Hey. Oh, hey, Kevin.
Who are you talking to?
Camera. Bye. That was my sister. Kevin, you want to say hi?
To who?
What a brat.
What?
You brat.
No, I don't get it.
What?
Who we tape it, you?
Yeah, my...
Taping a gym video?
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
That was my sister, Kivrin. She always interferes in my personal doings. Wants to say hi. Hi. Dude, my biceps have to get bigger, man. That was a hard 195. 190, actually, not 185. I was gonna pull out the 35s and hit the fucking 205, but you know what I'm saying? Not gonna work out. Not gonna work out today. Personal affairs. Alright, let's this bench. Come on. Come on. Come on. I felt like I lost strength there a little. I'm gonna hit that for one more time. Just to focus in, you know. Alright, guys. Hopefully your day's going as well as mine is. Sometimes I don't do too well, honestly, but we'll see what happens today and stuff. Another 175 here. I think I might go up to, I'll go down to 165 after this. Motion of the ocean, you know? So, here we go. Very stressed, guys. You can tell. There's always stress to life, you know? How you deal with it is up to you, you know? Like, I remember a few nights ago, like a month or two ago, I'd take cold showers because it helped with my focus and my energy and stuff. I don't know, I just stopped doing that, you know, because it's just too cold, you know? So my advice is to do something that is healthy but not to an extreme, you know? You know what I'm saying? Here we go. All right. Looks good. Here we go, guys. Let's not be overcome with. We have to overcome today, you know, guys. I've been having a few rough nights. Getting some restless leg, you know. It just doesn't have a place in my body, you know. So I'm just have to figure that out real quick. Oh, yeah. Forget that. It's all good, guys. Just gotta make sure you practice what you preach. You gotta make sure that what you're doing is right, and just hit the fucking bench press, man. You know. That's it. So I'm gonna go a little bit quicker in the pace here because I'm going up quickly, I think. So here we go. Woo! All right, that went up easily. We're gonna go down to 165 now. All right, guys. Alright guys, let's just pick this apart real quick. We have to know, guys, what's the scariest bench press weight? Like, what's like the craziest weight you've ever lifted, and you could just never do it again? I remember a few months ago I would hit 225 for one. And now it's a 185, 190. It's just how shit happens, you know? I remember for like 4 or 5 years ago I was hitting like 280s, you know, 275s, but then I couldn't hold up to that standard because I was going halfway down. My form wasn't perfect. I stopped, you know, but you know, that's just what we got to make it through, you know. Make sure that what you're doing is possible and plausible, you know, because the minute you let go and you're not doing it totally right in the first place, then you get the problem where you gotta figure out what the fuck's happening, and you come back to it, you're not quite the same, you know. So there's always this moment of doubt, you know, before you go back into it. You gotta battle and fight it, you know. Alright, guys, this is 165. We're gonna go down to 130, 135, 138, 140 maybe, and we're gonna need some arms. So get ready, guys. We're in for a long video. Come on. Good. It's that moment, you know, where you gotta just recognize who you are and what you're doing in life. Gotta make sure that everything you do is proper and wise. Right? So understand some things about who you are and what you do and how you live and stuff, you know? So there's just these moments you have and that like lapses in judgment and time, you know? This one's all about struggle, guys. And how being myself is so difficult. Because this world, there's people who want to see you put down, you know, there's people who want to see you beaten, you know? But you gotta just persevere, make it through. You know, guys, so just gotta stay on track, you know? Make it good, you know? Make it happy and sad too, and glad, and you know, all these emotions that you have in you, you know, they're supposed to be there. You just gotta make sure you don't hurt anyone's feelings and stuff, you know? I remember I would get my feelings hurt all the time, you know? And then I started, you know, really getting when you're balling, you know? Really getting good grades in school. I have a good relationship with my family. There's these times where you just gotta make sure that what you're doing is proper and focused, you know? Alright, I get this for another 2, I think. We're gonna see what happens here. Maybe just for 1. Hey guys. Come on. No, I know. I almost didn't hit that. Okay. Check out these pink weights. If I were you and you just started hitting the weights and the bench press and stuff, just gotta start with the pink ones, you know? Just gotta make sure what you're doing is legal too, you know? Because the moment you start doing something that's like against the people, you know? Because the difference between like being unique and being against people, you know? Because people just like, they want to see you down, but they also want to like have what you have, you know? So you just gotta like draw out good things about you that people like, you know? It's kind of the choice you have to make is, do I want to be like liked or do I want to be like infamous? Do you want to be like, it's up to you, you know? Alright, I'm gonna hit this for 2, I think. That was very easy. So we're gonna hit this for 2 here. Here we go. Alright. That did not go as planned. I'm gonna another one now. I'm gonna another 165. Oh. Wow, guys. Life can be very simply put in bench pressing terms. You just have to gauge the weight and have the handlebars ready. The handlebars are essential because if you drop the weight, it won't hit you, it'll hit the bar. That's just something you gotta have in your gym, you know? The handlebars. Or else, you drop the weight, you die. Understood? So if you're going to a gym that doesn't have the plates, I don't know what you're going to do, man. Because I want to be safe. You be safe, not sorry. Alright guys, we're going to have to relocate this bench press. You know? With just 1 rep. You know, because we do 2, and then you stifle a little bit. You don't totally feel as strong as you could. You know? And then you falter. Never falter, guys. Not even if you're freezing cold, if you're, you know? You just gotta really make sure that you plug in and make it go, you know? Make it work. Because, you know, half of my time on earth is just making fucking work, you know? Because my mom wants to see me successful, my dad wants to see me happy, my sister wants to kill me, actually, but enough of that. You know, it's just like one of those, you gotta understand that wealth is in the mind, you know? Not in the body. And if that's true, then I'm fucking rich, man. But obviously money's great, you know? You can buy whatever you want, go shopping. But I don't know if I have that in me, you know, to have that kind of money right now. So here we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Aye. Goes up too quickly or too slowly. I don't even know. I'm gonna keep this weight on 165. We're gonna make this work. Alright guys, we gotta just talk for a moment. Talk for a moment, guys, about what needs to be done. School, work, volunteering positions. All this stuff is just... I feel like people get greedy, you know? Because they don't have what they want, they need it, you know? So the trick is to not need anything, you know? So that when it actually does come, it's worth it, you know? So, I gotcha. All right, guys, let's do some more bench. We're gonna take my shirt off, the pump cover off. We're gonna see the gains, how far I've come and stuff over the past few days, and then we're gonna hit some arms. You wonder why I don't squat. Bench pressing is enough. Gets to engage the legs. It's compound movement. Gets the body strong. Gets the body lean, fit. I have no need to squat or anything, you know, or deadlifts or anything, because bench pressing just fulfills me, you know. All right, that's it for one. Let's go. Come on. Come. Here we go. That was my cue. Take off some weight. Do it again. Maybe I should put some 0.5s. Do some 0.5Cs. Hit a 155 instead of a 150. I mean, hit a 160 instead of a... Hold on. Did I have that right? Yeah, gotcha. I'm getting bigger. You see me? My diaphragm is expanding, you know, when I breathe, you know? So that's proper form. Your biceps growing a little. Very lean right now. Take off my shirt off. I'll give you a point of view on what the body looks like. My basement has horrible lighting, but we'll see if we can make it work, you know? Gotta make it work, guys. Gotta make it work. So this is a 10, 20, 25, 135, 160 pounds. Alright. Let's get this going. Alright, fellas. Fellas. Watch this. Watch me go down slowly and then pick it up. Come. Slow up. See that? That's the form, though. That is the form. You gotta be careful of. Because if you're doing one thing wrong and nothing right, the one thing wrong will cancel out that one thing right. You know what I'm saying? Water. My mom got me another Gatorade bottle. Bless her heart. Bless her heart for getting me a new Gatorade bottle. Whee. Here we go, guys. Gotta make it work. Or else it doesn't matter. Whew. Coming to you guys live from the basement of the Dubs house. Calling this house the Dubs house now because I'm so rich and famous. I need some more people in my Dub house. Alright, guys. Give this another time. Then we're going into 155. Come on. Oh my god. That felt just right. A little too heavy. Works. Now we're going to 155 here. We're going to 145. Maybe 135. We'll see what happens there. But for now, check the damage. You know, I'm really putting in the work. Sitting the bench, you know. I like people who do CrossFit, you know. CrossFit is just like, how bad can I feel for the next 24 hours before I fucking do it again? CrossFitting is just like, no one taught you to fucking do that. No one taught you how to fucking, like, do the same rep for 40 fucking times, you know? It's all up to the strength, right? Not the agility that just doing something really light gets you. You know, the fucking, what are they called? Clean and jerks or whatever. Those. I don't know. Always a story behind this CrossFit Nation. There's a story. Shout out you guys who's watching my video right now. Like, I hope this actually records. That would be fucked up if it doesn't. But I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. I have faith in my. Oh, let's just faith in my skills. Yeah, looks like it's working. And if it doesn't, then I'm so sorry. I'll just post it anyway. Hold on. I think this will work. Yeah. Let me make sure actually. Guys, I'm just stressed right now. Sorry. Hopefully this works. It's just not funny how stressed I get sometimes. If it doesn't, well, fuck it. I'll just do the next one. Here we go, guys. Here's 155 for one here. Come. Maybe I should have done that for 2. You know? I've done that for 2. Because I think the thing is, I think the little icon of filming has to be on top, and then it's right. But if it's on the bottom, I think it's not right. So, I think we have a plan here. You know, guys, we're just gonna figure this out, make it work. You know? Oh, yeah. Make it work, guys. Make it work. Today's episode is called Making It Work with Remington, expert, bench press expert. I bench a high enough number as to where it's like I can teach you how to fucking bench press. You know? So that's what we're doing here. Alright, we're gonna do 2. A little accelerated here. But we're gonna make this work. I'm going a little quicker, make it a little quicker here. We'll see. One more. Good. I know you might have seen a little, but I promise I did not lie on my shoulders there. I did not. You know, but there's always time in the future to hit the shoulders. I like my shoulders. They're broad. Bench pressing is just like the ultimate compound movement, honestly, because it's just like it gets everything involved. You get faster, stronger, better all around, you know. Shout out to those who can't bench press because the moms are like, I know my mom's like, you know, but she's like, listen, kid, you're doing so much with your life and stuff. I don't know, but I mean, I'm an artist, you know. I produce music, so if I want to bench press, because it's just like it helps me cope with kind of like the stressful atmosphere, you know, that I grow up in, you know. All right, I'll do this again. I'll give it 2 seconds before we hit that again. Yeah, I hope you guys watch to the end. I'm gonna make a protein shake. Protein, that's good. Maybe put some ice cream in it. That's usually what I do. Betaine and hydrous, you know. That's all. That's all you need is some betaine and anhydrous, you know. Anhydrous just means without water, but the actual word is so fucking cool. Just say anhydrous with me. Anhydrous. You know, it makes you sound like a fucking 3-headed dragon is in your drink, you know. Hydra, you know. I don't know. Again, parents, guys. My parents are great, you know, but they give me a little too much freedom to do things. Here we go. Here you go for 1. Now to a 145. Or just a 140 maybe. 510. 140, 115, I think. This is a 10. 145. 145 is this. We're gonna hit this 145. We're gonna hit some more sets. We're gonna hit some arms later. God bless arms. Hi. Whew. Really, man. Really out here. I wish I had my friends, honestly. I have a few friends that I keep in like contact with, but I don't have anybody to like actively hang out with. It kind of bums me out. That's the sacrifice of the trade, you know? If you want to be better than others, then you can't have friends that normal people have, you know? You know what I'm saying? Alright guys, here's a 145 here. wait a little bit before we hit this 145 for two, I think, maybe even. It's just a solid strat to just like go from like a high weight and then just like bench press to a lower weight, you know? Here we go. Come on. Two. Good. It's the BK and I just working, man. Let's get sick, guys. Let's get sick. Sick with the flu. Sick with it. Pecs, man. So fun. Super fun. It's just like I get in the gym. That's the problem is I just wasn't having a good time in the gym, you know? I was just here, I was there, and I was like, get time to go in the gym. I just couldn't. I remember doing the small loaf thing, and it didn't totally hit the way that I wanted to because the reps were just so high. The reps were just so much that it was a little. It's hard for me to think through it, you know. So I'm writing all this shit down, and there's just like this point where you're hitting like 8 sets of 10, but I'm not sure why it went from like low count and low low count and energy as well. So you have this kind of like thing that works as like, I don't know. It's just something about it doesn't work totally with the form that I try to fit into my content and my bench form. You know, but there are moments, you know, where I go down maybe 455 for like 8 or something. You know, I don't usually do that, but sometimes it's fun to go back and relive and rewire the way you used to, you know. All right, guys, let's hit this weight. I'm gonna hit it for 2. Hit it for 2, I think. We'll see. Come on. Come on. All right, guys. Beautiful. I'm gonna go down some weight. Whew. This bench press, just like when you're not ready for it, it'll just like make you stressed out. But if you're ready for it, then it'll improve your focus and ideas and ideology and stuff. I have to read some textbook for next week's class. That's good there. I already did some classwork for another class. Let's see what happens with it. I'm taking a course class actually. I'm going to SUNY Purchase. Bless up SUNY Purchase. I wish I were going to like Harvard or something, but I'm just like, not right now. That's the plan, is to get like really like educated, you know what I'm saying? But it's just at this point, it's just like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, which is stressful, you know, because sometimes I feel like I have a good experience in class, but sometimes I feel like it's just like it's, you know, it's like looming over me sometimes, kind of. I feel like, you know, getting really, really sweaty, man, like sticky, you know, which is good because it means I'm working hard, you know. All right, guys, this for 2. Hit this for 2. Come on. 2 more. Alright. I'm gonna try to hit that for 1 more time. 2 reps, I think I'm gonna try. That's a little too slow, but that's all good. Hi. Definitely gonna pack up a milkshake later. Protein shake, you know. You know what I'm saying? Whew. Let's get it on, guys. Alright, this is gonna be my last set, I think, maybe do 2 more sets. We'll see what happens here. Alright, guys, let's go. I'm gonna hit this for 2, I think. A little twosie. Come on. Yeah. Move this a little forward here. That works here. That's better. Come on. Come on. Come on. was almost the last of the bench pressing. Let's go, guys. Hey. Whew. Getting some fat stacks, man, in my mind. Alright, guys. Soft voices for now. I don't want to yell. Tear you up on your insides. Then I hit floor at 135, I think, for a few, maybe 5 or something. We'll see. Oh, yeah. That's enough. Let's get some arms done. There you go, guys. Check the body, check the gains. Here we go. Good. Good, very lean. Here we go. Alright, guys, so we're going to do some hammers. I think hammer curls we're going to do today. Well, first we're going to warm up with some curls. Now we're going to go all the way up. Then we're going to do some regular curls today. Hit some standard curls. You know, hope the gains are not too subtle. Look at that. Here's this vacuum here. Looks good. Looks alright. Looks on everything, you know. And no, I don't do cardio, by the way. Here we go. Come on. 7, 6, 8. Alright. Let's go. Now I'm going to do a form. Whew. It's dizzy, very dizzy. I'm going to do some oranges. Get some oranges in me. Not actual oranges. But we're going to do some orange weights. Some orange weights. I hope this comes out okay. Making it work, guys. Making it work. Through the fire and the flames, actually. I'm feeling kind of. So we're gonna figure this out real quick. As I film a video, just know what's on my mind, the thought process. Yes, I seem to do getting bigger by the diaphragm. The diaphragm gets bigger first, I think, and then it's like your body just like forms it, you know. All right, here we go. Come on. Now I'm going to go back and do hammer curls. My thought process is going to go from higher weight to lower weight and back to a higher weight with hammer curling, which is easier. You know what I'm saying? Abs are on fleek. Check that out. Yeah. I don't actually do anything for abs except for bench pressing. You know, but it's such a privilege to have this in the basement. It's been 5 years since we had this space in the basement. I remember being so upset because it was gonna be a wait before we got it. So every day I was like waiting for it, you know. It just came. I was happy, you know. I was happy. All right, guys. Hammer curl here. Ha! One more. Two more. Here. 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 There we go. Happy. Happy muscles, guys. You want muscles to be happy. No over rep. Just hit it till you fail. And don't go further than failure. Further than failure is an F minus, guys. You want an F minus on your bench pressing? Then do not what I say. Then do not what I say. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Abs, man. Such a struggle. Butane and high just works crazy for the abs, though. Here we go. Maybe I'm gonna hit that again on the greens. On the green apples. Orange for orange, green apple for green apple. We have oranges, we have grapes, apples, blueberries, lemons, apples again, oranges. What's a white fruit? It's a white fruit, guys. Not sure. Unripe strawberries. Black, I don't think there's black fruits either. You know? I'm very fit, but just my abs just suck, kind of. But it's alright. I'm good where the belly is concerned. I eat enough, I go good, I eat well. Sometimes I'll have a Coca-Cola once in a while, but nothing too harsh on the body. Here you go. Six, 7, God. 10 here. Alright. Now I do some standard curls, I think. Go down to the orange, do some curls. Maybe go back to the greens. See how those work out. Hey. Yeah, man. When the abs are on fleek, you know, that's what it is, you know. But sometimes it's just like such a struggle with the abs, you know. The abs are basically what makes me stressed all the time, you know. Like, what if you're not good enough for today? You know, which right now they're just fucking not, dude. I don't know where they went. Alright, guys. Let's curl. Three. 5, 6, 7, One more. Hit those again, I think. Parade. Hooray for no calluses. And calluses suck, dude. Because they break, they bleed everywhere. Especially if you're deadlifting seriously. Be really careful of your calluses, you know, because it's just like one small movement, and it's just like your callus tears off, and you know. This is the bar. Jesus, it's been so long. So got it, I think. I don't want to redo all my progress and stuff, because there was a time where I was deadlifting predominantly, and I would just like go down to hit the bar, or not that, but like I hit like a 425 for one, which is just fucking unheard of, you know. If you catch anyone deadlifting more than 400 pounds, it's like, what the fuck are you doing, you know? But I was hitting a 425, and then just like, and the next day I hit a 405, and then another 405, and then it was gone. I should have gone for that 425, you know? Just in case I had it in me, you know? And just get that strength in there, you know, for the next time you need to lift something heavy, you know? You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I think about deadlifting and stuff. Alright, guys. We're doing it again. Oh, yeah. Hammer. When in doubt, just hammer it out. Come on, one more. One more. Oh my god. I think it's because I took the betaine and hydrous before I worked out. I think it should be done after. Maybe on days that I'm resting, I shouldn't take it, you know? But right now, all we know is where it is, you know? What it is, where it is, how it is, why it is, and who it is. You gotta ask these questions, man. You gotta ask these important questions. Hey, this is fucking work, man. I'm gonna do some hammer curls on greens. Yeah, probably. Let's get too strong too quickly. Yeah. Too strong too quickly. Alright. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. Alright guys, one more set, 2 more sets. Then I'll call it quits. I'll get out of your hair. Hopefully you guys aren't feeling too much stress. I'm just, you know, mad into it, you know. But it's just like so much work for my studies, my music, my bench pressing. It's just so much stuff. I've been taking walks actually. I find they clear my head a little. Just gotta make sure your head's empty before you walk, kinda. Or else it'll just stay in you a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, bro. Whew. Here we go again. Alright. That's where we end it. We're not gonna overdo it with the curls today. You know, guys, that was so much fun. Thanks to you guys so much for watching.